let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my...
Well, it might not be enough to solve the drought problems here in the Golden State, but it sure is coming down pretty good here in Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Oakland Raiders. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Right there in the middle, 55. If you don't get this, boy, you think you gonna get this? Go Bandit!
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On second down, Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. 58, boy. 58.
Jackson from the shotgun. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Maurice Hurst never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. Hunter Henry brings it in. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Here's Brady. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
13 yards. And the Chargers first down.
I got you, boy. Check. Check out route 22. Check. Cover. 22. Check. Cover.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line.
What we got? What we got? What we got? SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS. 51, Mike. Mike 51. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
From the gun, Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground, and he usually goes up and gets it.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Nice touchdown, baby.
Jerick McKinnon, his 1st touchdown of the new season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Jackson on 1st down. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Mike 51, keep it out, defense, go. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey,
from the gun, it's Jackson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This thrown quickly out to Jones. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Hey, I'm coming.
2nd and 5 now. Brady. Complete to Bryant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 15. That one good for 37 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the run.
Check it.
Mike's 49. Mike.
Go 50.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike. Go. Here we go. Go. 51 to Mike. I'm not ready.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go. Back.
Here's Jackson from the gun. He'll throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now McKinnon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, okay?
On 2nd down, Eckler. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning to an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Check 26, check 26.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
But when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Come on. Check 52. Wait.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Got his man. It's Williams. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give it maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 9 at the 29-yard line.
On second and 9, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. From the gun, Jackson complete. It's Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Let's go, defense. It's our time.
To throw is Jackson. To throw again. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And got his man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
First down, Chargers.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Check that out. Echo. Switch.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. This is caught by Williams. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got it. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Double dog. That's the way.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Succop's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead, but coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking the future. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson operating from the gun. And it's complete. Henry. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Touchdown, L.A. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown of the new season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Chargers 31, Raiders 6. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, Zoo. Check the backer, check the backer. Hey, check right. Watching you five. I'm coming.
To throw is Brady. He's airing it out for Williams. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Makes it 3rd and 12.
Right there in the middle. 55. Come on. Ball 50. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, ball 66.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Brady, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Chris Harris on the coverage.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, check right. Smooth.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Mark 55. All day, baby. All day.
Check.
Hey, Alabama.
From the gun, it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Let's go on. No, 66.
55, Mike, 55. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Hey, wahoo. 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
They're scared.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Badgley able to punch this one through. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Watch 55.
Check back.
Hey, seam 6.
55, Mike 55. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Hey, check it.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The Raiders on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
55's Mike, guys, 55.
Five.
I got you.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. In your face. Hey, 66.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
I'm coming. Bravo. I'm coming.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Shotgun now for Brady. They'll find his running back here, Richard. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
4 down.
Ozzy. Regular.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. It's caught. Jones. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Single.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Sugar.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Hey, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sideline.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Come on, fellas.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Alert! Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Hey! High 7.
Hey, eat.
You don't want none, baby. Go damn it!
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Switch.
he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Ferguson. What persistence, and that persistence pays off. Tracks him down for a 19-yard loss. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Here we go, D.
Check it.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, box truck. Hey, check right. Watch 55.
Here we go.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Squeeze.
Rip.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Hey, exit.
All day.
Mike 55. Check it.
Now Brady. Bryant has it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Alabama. Shadow.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Brady. It's caught by Bryant. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. On is the Chargers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone.